Like, how did the two records come about? Because those some big records. You got Pillz, you got Go Ahead. How did those records come about?
Let's talk about Pillz and Go Ahead.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Well, Go Ahead came first, so we'll start with Go Ahead. Now, I could have sworn I didn't told this story. Have I?
You definitely did.
I don't think.
But
maybe
not to our audience, though.
Or maybe, I don't know. Like, okay, we're going to just go ahead.
Okay.
You know, so let's bring it back.
For sure.
Okay, so Go Ahead. Go Ahead is Gucci's song off of his Trap House album. Mm-hmm. How that song came about is, where do I start? Well, for starters, the song is about me.
Right.
The song was inspired by me. So I'm just going to like make a long story short. I've been knowing Gucci for a long time. Mm-hmm. And kind of played the cat and mouse game for a minute. And this wasn't like on no musical stuff. This was just personal like shit. Personal. You know, like I see you, you see me, I got somebody, I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, so at one time, it came upon a time where I finally entertained him. Yeah. And then we hooked up. And then after the hookup, you know, he said, okay, you're going to be my woman. And it was like, okay, that's what we're doing. But at the time, this was all on some rebound stuff. Because I was going through something with an ex of mine. Got you. He had took me through some baby mama drama. And I was just, you know, this was really strictly supposed to be a rebound situation, not supposed to be taken seriously. But the night of the hookup, the next day, he had wrote the song. Go Ahead. He called me. He was like, "Babe, I wrote this song about you. I want you to hear it. Where you at? Finna pull up on you." I was in Mechanicsville. He pulled up on me in Mechanicsville at my auntie house, and he let me hear the song in his Magnum. He had a Magnum.
I remember the Magnum.
Yeah, him in it.
Damn.
Look, yeah. Okay. So anyway, so I heard the song. I was like, oh yeah, I love it. So I love the song. It was real nice. Now at the time, he had only had 2 verses. So he let me hear the 2 verses and he let me hear the hook. He said, I'm about to go to Patchwork. I'm finna go lay it down. You want to come with me? I rode with him to the studio. He in the studio. We at Patchwork. He recording the song. And then he had got like a little stuck. Got like a little writer's block.
That happens for sure.
No, just not writer's block, but just brainstorming.
Yeah,
he was just like a little stuck. He was like, oh, it's missing some brainstorming. Then he just started walking around the studio like, dang, it'll be cool if I had a female respond. If I had a female respond to what I'm saying. And so he started freestyling, just saying some little stuff that he thought a female should say. And I'm looking at him like, hello.
Right, nigga, I'm Mac Bre-Z.
Hello.
Pimpin'
Hey,
ain't easy, nigga.
You know I'm a rapper, right?
Sure.
You know I rap.
Yeah.
Hey, he was like, oh, man. He was like, oh, I forgot you do rap. Because like I said, it was like personal.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
He wasn't even thinking about that, even though I had met him at a show. But
got you.
He was like, wasn't even thinking about that. So then he was like, oh, man, I need you to get on this song. So that's how that came about. I wrote my verse, went in, did the song. Yeah. And then called up my manager. I was like, called my manager, John Cabell. I said, hey, I just did a song with Gucci. Yeah. Want to come down to the studio? Where you at? Come listen to it. So he came down to the studio. You know what I'm saying? He heard the song. Little did I know that the record was going to go on his album. I just thought we was in there doing something, playing around. Yeah. Like, but fast forward later, it was the last cut, that was the last song that made the cut for his album. So literally, his whole album was damn near done. Yeah. And I'm the last track, number 17, Gucci Mane, Mac Bre-Z. Yep. Now, you would think as a manager, he got So Icy out at the time. Oh, yeah. So Icy is out, popping. Yeah. You would think as a manager that you would make sure that your artist paperwork is covered, right? Oh, okay.
That's a given.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how that song came about.
Got you.
But I will say though, it wasn't a single. It didn't become a single till he came home from jail. Because so a lot of y'all probably don't even, just recognize me as the girl from Go Ahead or Pillz. Because back then I didn't really, after I left my first label, D Money Records, which is the first label that signed me, D Money Records. I left D Money Records to sign to Gucci's label, which was a joint venture through Big Cat Records.
Oh yeah,
LaFleur Entertainment.
I was gonna ask, were you officially signed to them?
Yeah, let me clear that
no,
up.
do your thing,
let me clear that up, cause it's
For
a lot of people is misconstrued.
Got you.
Because we just heard on the Versus album on I'm sorry, the Versus
battle.
On the Versus battle,
yeah,
he said in 745 I left Big Cat, then I signed Bre-Z, word on the street that I don't like Jeezy. But a couple years ago he was just saying this is my first female artist ever. And then he had some more females artists that were his first. So it's like a lot of confusion. Right. I'm the first, and I'm like, ain't no way you could be a day one A1 Gucci Man fan and not know. I got so many records with this man. Yeah. And even like aside from the record, just like the history.
For sure.
Wherever that man was, I was. Like we was on the road together. Facts. Like we wasn't in the mainstream media like that, because at the time he wasn't mainstream. Right. He was underground.
That was my favorite Gucci.
Everybody knew that we was the item.
For sure.
That was my rider. He was my rider. So everybody knew that. You get what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
I got Go Ahead, Pillz, It's Getting Cold, and some other underground mixtape circuits, records that we did. So for you to not do your research and think that you the first artist that he signed, he just said he left Big Cat and signed me Bre-Z, and he say my name in several songs.
Facts.
Even in the headshots. Fast forward 2012 and headshots with what's his name? Rick Ross.
Yeah.
He said Glock 40 on my hip, it was just me and Mac Bre-Z. That was facts. So the contradiction is beyond me.
Right.
But yes, I was like, not just word on the street sign. I signed paperwork.
For sure.
My manager, Johnny Cabell, was there when I signed the paperwork. Actually, his lawyer was the one who signed off on the deal and read through the contract. Did I read the contract? No. I ain't read no contract. I was just happy to be, you know what I'm saying, collaborating with my man. I ain't care nothing about that because, like, for one, he was like, take care of me. I ain't really care nothing about the logistics of it all. But I did sign an actual contract to LaFleur Entertainment because it wasn't no So Icy. It was LaFleur Entertainment. That was his first label. And then it ventured off into So Icy after the whole beef with Big Cat. And then he started working with Deb, trying to clean up his image and stuff. So then we go into Pillz. But as far as Go Ahead, that's how that song came about. And then later I signed to the label.
The Progress Report.